Welcome back to Action Figure Obsession. It's me, your old pal, Avian and Loaded, and I hate this chameleon body. This is the retro Marvel Legends Spider-Man retro series chameleon. I guess this is this body anyway. The head is from the Taskmaster, the Udon Taskmaster, and I need something to do with this body because I hate it so much and I really just don't like it. I never liked it. I mean, the body is fine, but I hate it for Chameleon. It looks to me like some sort of, insecure, authoritarian dictator get up from the 60s or something. I don't know. It's a weird look. I'm not even sure what it is. I mean, the boots look like the ones from the Shield 3-pack Nick Fury, and a couple other characters have had these boots. I think Phantom Rider, but I don't know. Anyway, I stuck the Taskmaster head on here because his neck is white. These are actually supposed to be his hands, I think, not gloves, the white. But I don't know. Maybe I'll think of something to do with this. Maybe I'll just leave it as is. As I have mentioned before, I do like to keep some head on the head peg of a figure that I'm not using, just to keep everything supple and working, because the plastic tends to shrink up a little over time if you don't keep heads on the pegs. So around, was it 2013, 2014, maybe even 2015, Hasbro Marvel Legends released a chameleon figure that I guess it was the year after Agent Coulson. I think Agent Coulson was the first figure to use that original suited body, of which this is an example. I don't have that Agent Coulson or the chameleon, but Everett Ross is on that original suited body with the really spindly arms and legs. Obviously, it has pins in the knees and elbows. Those don't bother me, but the main issue with these suited figures, and I love having civilian figures, guys in suits and just regular clothes in my collection, in my display. But the problem with this suited body, going back to its original use in the Agent Coulson, with Agent Coulson in that Shield 3-pack with Maria Hill and Nick Fury, back around the time the Avengers movie came out. The feet, as I've mentioned before, first of all, they're just super weird looking. If you really look at them from all angles, like, what is going on? Look at them. They're so strange. They're super thin. They don't articulate particularly well. I've got most of my suited figures so that they'll stand up okay, even on these feet, just by liberal use of the heat gun and then articulating them up and down and back and forth to the point where they'll work. Because out of the box, most of these original suited body figures, including this Everett Ross, couldn't stand for shit. And they still tend to see, if I put him so he's facing to my left here, he wants to topple over. But if I put him to the right, there's the sweet spot. He can stand up. He probably stand up here all day. But if I put him here, down he goes. And the usual solution to this problem is, well, put him on a stand. But the problem with the Coulson body is these incredibly shallow peg holes that are not deep enough for any peg to secure itself in there. So, yeah, I have quite a few of these Everett Rosses because they were $5 at Ollie's for a while. The entire Wakanda Forever wave was, if I recall correctly. And it's always, useful to have some suited bodies around. A modification of this is the Peter Parker, Stan Lee, and the Hood. Same legs, same torso. Different arms though, and vest piece for the members only jacket look. Peter Parker, the retro Peter Parker, is on the same body as Smile and Stan here, and the Hood. To the best of my knowledge, those are the only three that have this combination of the Coulson suited body legs. Again, from the shallow, see the shallow peg hole there? I'll show you what a regular peg hole looks like. I'm pretty sure this guy has it. Yeah, see? Yeah, it's a cavern compared to what you get on those original suited body legs and the feet. And Stan has those really weird duck-like. I don't even know what the hell those are. I mean, they look okay from some angles. They just look like shoes. But boy, when you look at them from the side, what is going on with your feet, mister? And see, he stands okay. And he did not. He's another one that didn't stand okay right out of the box. But I've done some work on his feet with the heat gun and just spent some time manipulating him. Yeah, I always have to be careful when I put these guys back because they really do tend to fall over very easily. Those feet just don't want to support them. Very badly designed figure. And then you have this one, which is the MCU Matt Murdock from Spider-Man No Way Home. That's what this body is. Here it is in its native form. With that terrible Charlie Cox head sculpt that looks more like John Oliver from Last Week Tonight, in my opinion. John Oliver, who played Z on General Hospital recently. Did you see that? There's a playlist I made if you want to see John Oliver's appearance on General Hospital. He was great on there. But anyway, the Chameleon came out on that same original suited body. And it came with a J. Jonah Jameson head and a Hammerhead head and a head that looked somewhat like this, which I think is comic accurate. So I popped the head from this body, the Retro Chameleon head from this body. Put him there. Well, he doesn't want to stand up either now. I don't know, something's going on with the feet on this one. I don't know. I can't quite seem to get him to want to stand. All right, so there we go. He can stand over there with Ms. Lion. And Chameleon front and center here. This is going to be my Chameleon on my new 4-shelf villains display, Marvel Legends villains display. The Chameleon, I think, in his original Steve Ditko appearances had, if I recall correctly, kind of a... God forbid I go 5 feet to my right and look in my Spider-Man Essentials volume to confirm this, but I think he had kind of like a sci-fi weapon. And I think this egghead gun, it is the gun from my beloved Eggy Hedison, as I like to call him. It's that same weapon with the little Wi-Fi antenna on the back of it and the weird laser sight or whatever that is up here. But I think... cheesy characters can have cheesy sci-fi weapons, and Egghead is cheesy, Chameleon is cheesy. They're fun. I do have the J. Jonah Jameson mask that that this guy came with, where he can just hold the mask in his hand like he's just pulled the mask off his head. And I thought about putting that in his hand instead. But I'd rather he looks a little, he is the brother of Kraven after all. I thought I like him to look a little sinister, a little dangerous, but also like the Chameleon. And so I have sacrificed one of my gray agency bodies. I took the mullet head Tony Stark head off of this body. I don't really have a whole lot of use for that head. It's the one that came with the retro modular suit that came with the proton cannon. Boy, we're way down the rabbit hole here. I wonder how many people are watching this that have any idea what I'm even talking about. I'm just explaining myself, for my own entertainment and to kind of sort out my thought process. But this suited body that the MCU Matt Murdock was on for No Way Home, much, much improved over the original one that we saw with Everett Ross a second ago in the blue suit. The legs are a bit more substantial. They are pinless. The elbows are pinless, if that's important to you. I don't really care, but as long as the legs don't warp, I don't care if they have pins or not, or the arms for that matter. But just in terms of stability, and sort of shelf presence, I think that this body is the superior suited body for Marvel Legends. To the best of my knowledge, the only reuse of it so far has been Mandarin, but they gave him, the Mandarin from the 2-pack, the Extremis 2-pack, in that black suit. But they gave him, a longer coat and a really goofy. I don't know what was supposed to be up with that tie. It's like a ribbon around his neck that's flying off in all kind of different directions. I don't know what was going on with that. Um, if they had just given us the Mandarin, in a black suit on this body, I would have much preferred that. And of course, it would have been nice if they had given all the hands on that Mandarin the 10 rings. And I understand that in one of the forms that you can turn him into, the 10 rings had fused with his spine. I get that. But I mean, it's the Mandarin. Give him the goddamn 10 rings on his fingers. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. I don't ask much. Do I? So yeah, just wanted to explain, if and when I get around to the 2026 toy room tour and show you my overhauled shelves. That's why the Chameleon looks like this instead of, having his original retro body. I hate everything about it. I hate the colors. I know it's probably cartoon accurate to the whatever. I hate the fact that his belt rides high over the waist cut. I'm so sick of waist swivels at this point when everything should have a ball joint, the lower torso. I do like the teal on the belt buckle. That's, I guess, the belt buckle that he allowed him to change his face or whatever on the TV show, the animated series from the 90s. But that belt doesn't come down far enough, so it looks bad. And if you tug on it too hard, it will break. I've seen that happen in some reviews on YouTube. The little sash thing is very tight on there, so that belt does not have any give. The color scheme is just, and I get that it's a animated series homage, I guess. I don't know that he ever looked like this in the comics. To me, again, he just looks like somebody with delusions of grandeur, like quasi-military, Muammar Gaddafi kind of thing. Look at me, which is why I put the Taskmaster head on him. This is in no way a kitbash. It's just me sticking a head on the peg to keep everything supple, which is not a word I like. And there is an action figure reviewer that I watched that just says supple way too much. I don't know what's going on there. But I do love this Taskmaster head. I think I have one left in my fodder bin after this one. It's the perfect action figure head. It's a metal skull inside a hood. It's just awesome. I don't know. Some of these parts I probably will figure out something to do with. I would like to turn it into a different character of some kind. Maybe somebody to hang out with my Iron King. I don't know. Just thinking out loud, like I always do, but not too loud because it's early and people are still sleeping. So that's why the quiet anyway. So there is my kit-bashed Hasbro Marvel Legends Chameleon, comic book style Chameleon, along with his buddy Egghead, and perhaps scientist mode Victor Von Doom here studying some charts and figuring stuff out, and that's what's going on here in the toy room on this early Friday morning. Appreciate you stopping by for another edition of Action Figure Obsession. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. Go ahead. I can take it. It's fine. If you're new here and for some reason you like hearing me ramble about Marvel Legends and kit bashing and all kind of stuff like that, feel free to subscribe and ring the notification bell so that YouTube informs you anytime I upload a new video here on the Avian and Loaded channel. And just to wrap this up, we'll take a quick sweep around the work table. The state of it, not much has changed in the last few days. Yep, I held in a sneeze. Sorry about that. I used to work with a guy who told me I shouldn't do that because someday it'll make me deaf. And I feel like, maybe he was right, but who knows. I think he was worried I was going to blow out my eardrums. But this is what's going on the work table. I moved the Marvel Knights guys off of here temporarily just so I could shoot this video. Still thinking about that Marvel Knights display. Pretty close to having it finalized in my mind. I just got to make a little bit of space in my Avengers tower to throw those in there. Because there's, a lot of them are kind of Avengers adjacent, like Black Widow and Daredevil and, Power Man and Iron Fist. They've hung with the Avengers from time to time. So that's going to do it for this one, folks, my friends. Feel free to do all the YouTube rigmarole when I finish this up here, and especially leave a comment. Leave a comment and share the video. If you know anybody that likes Marvel Legends. I really am rambling. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I might need to get caffeinated. Let's just we'll end it here. And again, one last loving look at my my new Kitbash Chameleon and his friends. And I will see you, my friends, on the next Action Figure Obsession video.